Hello everyone. Today we're gonna look at a tournament match I just played against FrozSngsLetItGo in the I think it's FrozSngsLetItGo, whatever. But anyways, I played him in round two of the 42nd um, PRO tournament, and he's a very respectable opponent. He won the 40th PRO tournament, and he often brings weird teams like the ones you see right here, Swoobat, and the Gardevoir. And after watching some of his replays, I kind of got a feel of how to deal with this team. Um, but we'll see how I fare. And I'm bringing myself at Sand Team, and I know that I have Talonflame, which fucking got nerfed in Gen 7, which is really sad. I wish Gale Wings is still a thing, but it's not anymore. Anyways, so we got Talonflame, T-Char, which is defensive, and then Sunrush Extra Drill, uh, Slowbro, Tangrowth, and Mega Garchomp. So, this is like, I don't know. I've just been like a very big fan of T-Char Extra Drill in ORAS, and I think I brought that to a lot of games, and I just feel like it's very, very good. Especially T-Tar in ORAS because of Pursuit and stuff like that. But however, we'll watch this match and see what happens. Okay, let me do some team analysis on his part. Right off the bat, we can see that his Mew is probably like Rock, Spikes, something Reflect, I don't know, something like that. Um, this Swoobat thing is also screens, and he has Simple Beam on this. Because it's not only a known tech, but he also brought it in previous games, so I kind of already know a bit about it. And the Gardevoir is used to set up the Simple Beam thingy. Okay, anyways, let's start watching this match. Lead Talonflame, he leads Catherine, which is the Mew. I went for Taunt turn 1. I'm not sure if he had Magic Coat or not, but I just decided to Taunt because it's just all around the safe play. And worst case, if I don't taunt him successfully, I get to go T-Char and I put down rocks. I just spam rocks until either he misreads that I'm not going to go for Magic Coat or something like that, but that was always my play, I feel like. So I just went for a Wisp against the Mew. After taunt, as he goes for the explosion, which I mean, he got a crit. It's not like it really matters, but I feel like this explosion is a bit premature. I feel like it's honestly wasted. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have a good switch in because I would honestly just Roost or double Wisp the following turn, right? And that is certainly not great for him. If I Wisp, say, Gyarados or even Gardevoir, it's not great for him. Anyways, Talonflame, I switch it out here into T-Tar, expecting a Magic Coat, as he just goes for a Reflect, which is a very good play. He expected that. I'm not going to go for a double taunt to taunt myself, and just goes for a Reflect, which is respectable. And he goes for Magic Coat here, and which is another good play on his part, reading that I'm gonna Rocks. I mean, if I were like Stone Edge, I would probably destroy this thing. Or if I just Crunch there, I mean, he's under a Reflect, but he's probably gonna get destroyed. So very good and daring play on his part. And look, if he didn't get that play right, his Swoobat would just go down with one Reflect up. I mean, it's not bad because he has Gyarados in the back, but without the screens, Gyarados is not going to live Tangrowth. I don't think it 1-to-1's Tangrowth is what I'm trying to say. So I guess that's a play that worked out for him. And right here I just went for double rocks because my plan was always just to spam rocks until he stops magic swapping thing. But anyways, I switch out into extra drill here, expecting the Gardevoir switch in. As he traces the simple, and I was like, oh fuck, time for his shit to set up. Anyways, I just went for a rapid spin here, spinning away the rocks. Looking back at it, I feel like Iron Head here would be a way safer play. I don't know why I went for rapid spin. I feel like that's a misplay on my part. I mean, it's not like Talonflame can come in. Okay, Talonflame does come in clutch later in the game, but like I feel like my priority is probably just to get rid of this and then spin on anything because I still have the send up. I can pretty much get a spin on everything. So it's definitely a misplay on my part. I just went for the SD because I'm naturally faster than the Gardevoir. And I just keep SDing because I know Store Power won't kill me from this range as he starts boosting the CM. And right here I was like, oh fuck. I have to start attacking the Sting, or he's just gonna store power or Draining Kiss and kill me back. So I attack this thing, he gets the weakness policy off, and unfortunately this flinched him. This was very unfortunate. I feel like Draining Kiss would have killed. I'm not really sure. Because if Draining Kiss killed there, I would be in a very, very bad position. Because he would get all his health back, and I would not be able to kill this. Anyways, I'm just gonna calculus just to see if it mattered or not, and if it does, I sincerely apologize to Frozing. Okay, it doesn't really matter. He's gonna recover like 70% back, 60 to 70%. So I guess it does matter because whatever. Okay, that was just a very unfortunate play for him then. Actually, so he goes in back into Zubat, sets the Reflect up as I go for a Iron Head, killing the Zubat, and he goes Gyarados, and I was like right here. I'm at plus 2.5. He is under a Reflect. My Iron Head is still gonna hurt. It's like I know Drill is a bit weak sometimes, but it's still gonna hurt. Even though he's a Gyarados under Reflect. So I just decided to go for another one. Get some chip down. Also like my Slowbro's helmet. So if I have to, I can predict him going for a Waterfall and then force him to take some damage. Okay, so he goes for DD, which is a respectable play. And right here, I just go to T-Tar, forcing him to take stand damage to chip him down, right? As he Megas and goes for a Waterfall. Okay? Because this also covers if he DDs again. If I go T-Tar, he's forced to attack me, right? Anyways, so this gets chipped down, and I was like, yeah, Drill definitely kills from here. It's at 38%, but for some reason, Drill is the weakest mine in the fucking universe, and it only does 28%, which means it would do like 56% under normal circumstances, which is just sad. Anyways, I go into Slowbro, so he goes for the Crunch, almost killing me, but I just went for a Recover here. Recover is always the right play there, because he would die to Sand Chip if he doesn't attack, so he has to attack, but I just get my, so like, Recover will always work out. And right here, I knew this was weakness policy. I mean, it was pretty obvious that both Aegislash and T-Tar are weakness policy, because they're like fucking unkillable on their screens. I personally ran this in PPO before in Clan Wars Tier 3, and I ran weakness Dragon Dance, Stone Edge, like Crunch Pursuit or something like that, and so I'm pretty familiar with this set. So I decided not to hit this, and I feel like right here, I thought about a lot about this play. I was thinking of whether I should go hard Garchomp or not. I decided not to. The reason being is I don't know if he has Ice Punch or not, right? And the Reflect is still up for 3 turns. So even if I go Garchomp and he Dragon Dances, right? If he Ice Punch and Oko me, then I pretty much guarantee loses. There's no way I can win, right? And on the other hand, even if he doesn't have Ice Punch, I'm not sure if Garchomp can kill him back. I know I'm in the sand and I'm Sand Force boosted Garchomp, but I don't want to risk him being some like bulky stuff, right? So I decided to go Talonflame because Talonflame outspeeds T-Tar naturally, and if he attacks here, if he doesn't boost with Dragon Dance here, there's no way he can win this one, because Aegislash doesn't beat Tingle with 1v1. So Talonflame Wisp is always definitely the right play here. So that's why I went to it, because it outspeeds T-Tar even at +1. So I went to Talonflame here as he goes for Dragon Dance, as I expect him to. And I just went for a Will-O-Wisp here. And fortunately it connects, which means this T-Tar is pretty much out of the game. I was also wondering between Taunt and Wisp, but I decided Wisp because even if he Dragon Dances again, I don't think he's able to kill Garchomp. Basically just resets him to neutral, and he's not like a boosting item, so I don't think he kills me. So I decided to just Wisp, and like if I taunt and he goes for Edge and he has Ice Punch on this, I think Garchomp drops. So that's why I went for the Wisp play right there. And yeah, and he just basically I just went hard Garchomp, expecting him to Dragon Dance once more, because it does make sense, right? I was pretty sure that even if he Soul Edge, it's not gonna do a lot to me. So I went hard Garchomp here, covering both the Stone Edge play and him Dragon Dancing again. And I just decided to Mega here as screen ends right this turn, which is fantastic. And Crunch doesn't do anything, and this just dies. and he goes Aegis Slash, and that just drops to a Earthquake. So pretty clean game 1 win outside of that Iron Head flinch. Like, I don't know. I feel like he misplayed this turn. I mean, I certainly understand that he doesn't want any of his other team members get wisped, and like even if he goes swoop bat, I'm just gonna taunt him, right? So I guess I do understand that concern, but I feel like the Mew just went down without accomplishing anything, which is I guess that. And I unfortunately flinched him. That was just unfortunate for him, but yeah, that's gonna be game 1, and let's look at game 2. So game 2, I brought this team, and this team, you might be wondering, what the fuck is this? You know, you got Frogadier, Zapdos, Landorus, Gren, Mega Altaria, and Kecleon. So this team came from the inspiration. You know, I was playing Showdown with Clash and Helm the other day, and David, and you know we're just vibing. We're just trying to make a team that uses Kecleon, because I was like, bro, it would be a pretty cool thing if I can use Kecleon against this guy, because he runs weird things, and I wanted to run weird things to see if I can beat him, right? So that's kind of how this team forms, and like I kind of just threw together, you know, Gren, because Gren is just really good. This was very similar to one of the other teams I made, which also has Mega Altaria, and you know I had like Magnezone instead of Magnezone instead of Frogadier, but like we played a few matches on Showdown, and Magnezone wasn't working out. It was just stupid, and I just proposed that, wait, what if we put Frogadier on this team and we have like triple protein? You know, one of them is Gren, and I make Gren full physical, and then Frogadier full special, and like we run some calcs, and Frogadier actually does some damage, as you'll see. So that's what happened, and yeah, let's take a follow him down. Okay, anyways, he leads off with Landorus. No, I lead off with Landorus. He leads off with Heatran. I knew for sure that he's not gonna stay in and let me just Earthquake this, because this is very valuable to his team, especially in the sun. I was expecting actually like Scarf Eruption or something like that, but so I feel like that was very important to him. So he just switches out, which is definitely understandable. But I made the read that he's either gonna go Charizard or Zatu, which is more likely. So I just went for Stone Edge, and even if he stays in, I'm gonna get some big damage onto the Heatran. So because I'm assuming he's offensive, there's no way he's running defensive Tran on this team. So I just went for a Stone Edge as it takes him down to the stash, and I just U-turn out. U-turn's always the right play here because it covers him switching too, right? And I don't miss. Cool. So I U-turn out into my Frogadier as he sends in Torkoal. And this play, I'm not sure if... So turn 1, like, I don't know if I can call that misplay. I mean, it's kind of just instinct to go with Zatu. But this turn, I don't know, because I feel like going Zard might be good. I mean, certainly going Torkoal is just for setting up rocks, right? Because my team isn't the best against rocks. I mean, Zapdos and Altaria doesn't appreciate it, and I don't have any mons that resist it. So this play makes sense for him. But I feel like Zard is honestly more threatening presence. I mean, it does bait in the Mega Altaria, and I'm forced to like Mega Evolve and Roost, but like he could always go into Venusaur on Roost turn because Mega Altaria doesn't exert any pressure to Venusaur. And you know, Venusaur when it comes in is like my team's not best against Venusaur, so I feel like that was probably the way to go because he's Mega Zard Y. I was actually expecting some solar power shit, but it wasn't. Anyways, let's continue this match. So I just went for Hydro Pump here, and I didn't expect it to do much. Like I was probably expecting it to do half, but for some reason under the sun it did like 87% to Torkoal, and I was like, oh shit. Okay, anyways, he just put down his rocks, which is definitely his play here. And I just went for Ice Beam covering the Venusaur switch-in if he does go to it. And he just sacks Torkoal, so I was like, great, his sun is gone. I mean, I didn't realize that it was Megazard Y at this point. I thought it was like solar powered specs, you know, because that was what I was running on Showdown the other day. But anyways, so I just drops as he goes into Venusaur, and I was like, yeah, don't you dare growth here. and I just went for the Ice Beam as he makes the right play and go for a Sludge Bomb. So right here, yeah, I was like, this looks pretty good for me. Like one of his main Sunsetter is gone, Zatu's gone. I can get up rocks if I want to, right? But I decided to go Kecleon here because it threatens everything, and I didn't expect him to read this play. To which I go for an Ice Punch. He just went hard into Heatran, and that was a very great predict on his part. I don't know how he read that, but I had to switch out here. Even though I'm AV, I'm not gonna live like a sun boosted lava plume or flamethrower or overheat or anything like that. So I decided to go into Zap. I was just sacking it because I'm pretty sure I dived to a Darm Flare Blitz, and a Venusaur +2 Sludge Bomb definitely KOs me, and Zard Flamethrower definitely just obliterates me. So I just sacked the Zapdos, and I went into Gren. And this play I was also a bit hesitant about. I wasn't sure if he's gonna read my low kick because I just feel like it's such an obvious play. Because Hydro Pump won't kill in the sun. I'm guessing that's what he's calculating for. He's calculating for a Hydro Pump in the sun and seeing if it KOs, and he determines that it doesn't. So that's why he stayed in this turn. But I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like I wouldn't go to this if I was Hydro Pump. Like I would definitely just go Altaria and set up, right? So I was a bit confused about this play. I feel like the low kick play was very obvious. I was going to read the Venusaur or Zard coming in, but I decided not to because I played it safe. I mean, if Venusaur came in there, it would be very bad. But anyways, fortunately he stayed in, and low kick just picks it up. Okay, and he goes into Venusaur here as I go into my Mega Kecleon, and he grows, which is great. But like I wasn't sure it beats Life Orb. I actually ran the calcs. It does 64 to 77%. So it's a roll in my favor, and if I don't get this roll, I lose. So I was praying to God here. As he goes for Sludge Bomb, and I was like, that isn't Life Orb damage, and I didn't see any recoil, but he's apparently Black Sludge. And I just went for Ice Punch, does a solid 93%, and Shadow Sneak will pick this up. So Kecleon doing some work, the Assault Vest helps to tank that Sludge Bomb so comfortably. And as he goes into Zard, and I just went for Sneak. Honestly, I don't know if he was Zard X here, I would have lost. Because if he Dragon Dance there, I think I'd lose. And it honestly does make sense that he's Zard X if he is. Because like I don't know, like under the Sun team, you usually have like one Sunsetter and then you have like abusers, right? I didn't expect him to be dual Sunsetters. So I don't know. I don't feel like this is the greatest play on my part. Probably should have went to Landorus, just get the Intim off and force him to attack me. So I feel like this is definitely a misplay on my part. I probably could have played this better. Because Shadow Sneak, if he Dragon Dancer, I lose this match guaranteed. But fortunately he has Y, which is good. And I just went into Gren. I'm Rock Slide on this, so I just click it. No Wake Darm switches into this. And that's great. Pick up a KO, and he goes Darm. And right here, I don't know if this is banned or Scarf. If he's banned, Grant wins. And if he's Scarf, if I Intim this, Altaria wins. So I just went for the Intim here, as he takes a solid chip from both Rocky Helmet and the Flare Blitz recoil, and I just went into Altaria and go for EQ for the knockout. So yeah, looking at this game, there's definitely some things I could have done better, such as not knowing whether the Zard is X or Y. Yeah, that Kecleon Shadow Sneak was, I think, a misplay on my part. But like he also made some misplays in my opinion. Like if he was Mega Y, I feel like he should have went to it earlier on the Fragadier and just went for Solar Beam, And also like the late game he tried to stay in, which is a bit weird in my opinion, but it worked out for me. So anyways, I feel like he played very well. I mean, there's only like one or two misplays. on his part, and there's also some misplays on my part, which is just not being careful to all the possibilities. But anyways, GG's to my opponent, and we'll see you at round 3. So yeah, beats.